connecting Central Texas. This is Good Morning Texas.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Joey Horta.
And I'm Sharday Luray. Good morning. Good Friday morning. Listen, a lot of us here in Central Texas waking up from a soggy overnight downpour.
Tell you. How much rain did we pick up out there,
Yeah.
Josh? And more on the way today?
Yeah, radar estimates close to 1 to 2 inches of rain falling around the Waco area. There are other parts of Central Texas that completely missed out, though, and that's that kind of beast we're going to be dealing with here today. Once again, isolated thunderstorms possible, though nothing's out there right now. I don't expect any issues if you have any Cinco de Mayo plans. Temperatures in the lower 80s by noon, low 90s this afternoon. After around 3 or 4 o'clock, we'll have to watch for some of those thunderstorm development. Some of those thunderstorms to develop, some could be strong to severe. Also, feel like temperatures going to get up towards 100 because we're going to go towards the low 90s and we're going to be humid today. So get ready for a warm, steamy day today. And again, that may lead to some showers and thunderstorms that could turn severe. So go find us on social media, scan that app. We'll be tracking it through the day. I'll have a look at the severe threats and the best timing we can come up with. Coming up.
All right, Josh. New this morning, one person shot during an armed robbery overnight. Temple police tell us 3 suspects barged into a home on Casey Drive just after 2:30 this morning. Officers say they stole electronics from the house. One of the suspects ended up shooting someone who lives there. We don't know how bad their injuries are. There's not a description of the suspects. If you know anything, call Temple PD.
And also new this morning, Temple police are looking for a suspect after a late night robbery. Now, police telling us the Circle K gas station on Airport Road got hit just before 11 o'clock last night. Officers say a man went into the store and pulled a gun on the clerk. Now, he got away with cash from the register. Police say he's around 5'5", last seen wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and a mask. If you know anything, please call Temple Police or Bell County Crime Stoppers.
My brother just screamed, "Call 911," and that was all the information I had.
A late night scare for a Waco family after a car plows into their driveway, forcing the owner's cars right into the house.
And it might surprise you to hear it's not the first time this has happened. 25 News reporter Andrew Lemparski shows us why they're now calling for change.
At this intersection, Washington Avenue stops, but some drivers don't. Just before 9 Wednesday night, from this camera just across the street, you can see the headlights fly by, and then you hear the crash.
I guess I get to keep part of the people's vehicle whenever they crash in my home.
A car didn't stop at the intersection, instead going full speed into the driveway. Luke and Allie Russell tell me it's happened 3 times in 18 months.
Last night I had 2 little boys here. The situation could have been very, very different. They could have been outside.
From speed bumps to a roundabout, they've made multiple suggestions, which leaves the question, why stay?
We could move, we could find somewhere else to live, but ultimately we're just passing the problem off to someone else, and the next family that lives here is going to be in danger.
The Russells want to make their street safer and plan to see it through. Andrew Lamparski, 25 News.
Well, the city's director of public works says the issue isn't the design, but drunk drivers. They're going to take a second look about what to do next. And 2 people recovering now after a building collapse in Temple. This happened Thursday evening near Range Road in North Loop 363. One person suffered serious injuries, and it's not clear right now what caused the collapse.
6:04 is your time, and if you're looking for a reason to celebrate, today's Cinco de Mayo, the celebration of Mexico's independence.
And 25 News reporter Nakia Simon is live at La Fiesta with more on how they're celebrating today and their own historic anniversary this year. Good morning, Nakia.
Good morning, Joey and Sharday. We're at La Fiesta right now. They've been serving the community for 60 years with authentic Tex-Mex cuisine. And joining me this morning is owner Lindsay Castillo. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy today's Cinco de Mayo. Tell me about La Fiesta, 60 years. You said you've known it all your life. Just tell us a little bit about the history.
Yeah, so my great-grandparents immigrated here in the early 1920s to Waco and sold hot peanuts in the square downtown, which is what they did when they came from Mexico. And so my great-grandfather waited tables, eventually opened a restaurant called the Italian Village, and then in 1963, my grandfather helped birth La Fiesta. And so here we are 4 generations later.
Wow, and like you said, you all are close to being a century just serving the Waco community. How does it feel just being able to be a part of this tradition, this lineage?
I think it's probably, to me, one of the biggest honors that I could do in my life. I just really enjoy it, and the depth that I feel passionate about it is important just because it continues my family's legacy, and so it's exciting to watch it grow and continue to flourish.
I could eat Tex-Mex all day, every day, but today is a special day. It's a Cinco de Mayo. How are you all planning to welcome customers into your doors today?
We've got some drink specials today. We put up some extra decorations. We'll have some music on the patio this evening. And so it's always fun to kind of watch the community come out and get excited and build relationships with each other inside the restaurant.
What time you will be open?
We open at 11 and we'll close at 10 this evening.
Perfect. All right, so coming up, we'll be heading behind the bar. We'll be serving up some margaritas because we have to start the day with margaritas for Cinco de Mayo. So coming up, we'll be right back and we'll have fun right here in La Fiesta. Reporting in Waco, Nakia Simon, 25 News.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Thanks, Nakia. If you're looking for another fun place to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, look no further. There's a Brazos Night celebration coming up tonight at 6 in downtown Waco. Live performances, food trucks, and all kinds of festive fun happening at Indian Spring Park.
Hey, and there are already plenty of reasons to visit the Dr. Pepper Museum right here in Waco, but now there's a new one. Free Dr. Pepper for a year. Yeah, I got your attention, didn't I? That's one of the prizes at this weekend's big birthday bash. The party kicks off at 2:30 Saturday afternoon, and admission is just $2. There will be Dr. Pepper themed raffles and so much more.
If you're a train buff, Temple is a place to be this weekend. The city's celebrating National Train Day on Saturday. The Railroad and Heritage Museum invites you out from 11 to 3. They've got special exhibits, activities for the kids, and prizes. Tickets are $6, free for kids 2 and under, and you do have to buy those tickets in advance on Eventbrite. Well, the Humane Society of Central Texas needs your help. They're trying to find a forever home for hundreds of innocent dogs.
So in about 5 minutes, we introduce you to lovely Lena, a dog that's looking for a loving home. We have all the details on how you can adopt her.
I got proof that storm was a toad strangler, guys, last night because there was a frog hopping under my car on the way to work. I hope he made it. I don't, but he was on a roll.
Just playing Frogger, huh?
Yes. What a story, Joey. I love that. Way to wake us up.
Yeah, a little early this morning. You may see more of it because we have another chance of storms here. And the thing is, you got a lot of rain.
I really did, yeah.
There are other folks in Central Texas that didn't, and that's how the forecast is going to pan out with these type of storms we have out there today. Very isolated in nature, but those that get hit could get hit rather hard with that potential for strong to severe storms. Let's show you what happened here over the last 24 hours or so. You can see those storms that flared up out to the west of Hamilton, kind of came together as they rolled towards Waco and then moved into Groesbeck, Fairfield. Not everyone saw it. Those that did, though, look at the rain totals that were picked up. Close to 1 to 2 inches, even had some 2 to 3s mixing in there in some of the yellows. So it's kind of feast or famine with these storms as they come on through. And we'll have another round of them later on this afternoon and into this evening. There's your 2 to 3 inch total just north of Gatesville, 1 to 2 inches on the north side of McLennan County, even 2 inches there near Robinson. South of Waco. Now those storms all out of there, though, not going to see any here this morning. So as far as Cinco de Mayo plans, if you have them in the first part of the day or in the middle of the day, you're going to be all right. May have to watch them closer this afternoon, though, and not everyone will see this, but again, those that do could see it pretty strong. And before those storms form, it's going to be quite steamy, 90 feeling like 100. So get ready for a warm and a muggy day here across Central Texas. 90 in Waco, 91 in Temple, 93 in Killeen. Out west, you may make a run at the mid to upper 90s as that dry line comes on through, and then tonight dipping down into the 60s. Now, with those storms that could form, we do have the potential for them to turn severe. And that potential is generally geared west of I-35. It does include Waco, Temple, Killeen, and Bryan College Station. Initially, these storms will start off isolated, and when that happens, there could be the potential for hail up to the size of limes, and they could try to form into a complex kind of like they did last night. And if that happens, the main threat will shift to that wind of around 60 miles per hour. Let's walk you through time. I'm going to show you this with a grain of salt here on Future Track because Every model I've been looking at is showing something different today, and it's because our atmosphere is just that uncertain here as we go through the rest of the day. So here we are at 3 o'clock. We'll be heating up. We'll watch for thunderstorms to try to form out west along the dry line. Those will likely try to work east. Again, don't get so caught up on the location as you do the potential, because this is going to change through the day. But at least that general idea is they'll start out west, try to work east towards the I-35 corridor, and could come through during the evening hours. I think this is a quick round of storms if it comes through, though. And then tomorrow, we'll do it again. More storms trying to form to the west and try to work through our area. We'll continue this pattern not only today, not only tomorrow, but also through a good chunk of next week as well. 10-day forecast keeps those storm chances around near 90 here the next couple of days. We'll cool off a little bit into the upper 80s for early next week, and storm chances roll right on through next weekend.
Here we are hanging out at the Humane Society of Central Texas, and I'm with Brooke, and you have someone really cute for us to meet.
Yes, this is our lovely Lena. She is about 4 years old, so right in the prime of her life, and has been spayed for a while as well, so she is fully available for adoption. We have known this sweet girl for over a year now. She was a stray at our shelter last spring, and we enjoyed her so stinking much. She went home with a family and unfortunately just wasn't vibing out with her other dogs. She got in a couple unfortunate situations with those dogs, so unfortunately they had to bring her on back. Which is all right. We understand. Folks got to take care of their pack first, and we're just now looking for a new home for Lena.
So being that that did happen, Lena would probably fit better maybe with someone who doesn't have any pets right now, right?
Yes, so she would be excellent as a single dog household, as a lone wolf. She does play well with other dogs. We just think that she may be a little bit of a queen bee and may have to be the more dominant dog in charge whenever she joins a little pack.
I love the loyalty, though. I love the loyalty. But do you think Lena would be great with kids?
I absolutely think so. That was one of the stellar things that her previous adopters had to say with her, is that she played excellently with their small children. It was simply a matter of the other dogs.
Look at that, loyal Lena. I love that.
Lena.
Well, tell me a little bit, if someone is interested in adopting Lena, what would they have to pay for?
Absolutely. So with Lena, she is at that 4 years old stage, so she would just be $70 to adopt. With that comes her her previous spay surgery. She's already spayed. She's fully vaccinated and microchipped and so ready to go home. So as soon as someone is interested in Lena, she is ready to become their forever companion.
Oh, you hear it. You hear la 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 Lena, la 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 Lena. I love her. All right. Well, you know what to do if you are interested in Lena and you want more information. We have all of that information over on our website, kxxb.com.
She's like, come get me now. What a good looking
Oh,
dog.
Lena was adorable.
All right, looks like on a serious note this morning, it looks like Donald Trump is going to have to appear in court again.
Yeah, we have the latest on the new wave of subpoenas from the Justice Department. It's now 6:15 and you're watching Good Morning Texas.
6:19 on your Friday. You can feel the dampness in the air out there.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely a soggy morning, but how will the weather affect those people planning those Cinco de Mayo celebrations?
Yeah, and the
Josh?
fact that we had the rain overnight actually adds to the humidity today. So get ready for a very humid one out there today. Lower 70s at 8 o'clock. We're close to 82 by noon, but I want you to watch these pink numbers. 88 is what it'll feel like at noon. We're at 90, feeling like 100 later on this afternoon. So a very, very warm one on the way. And that'll also serve as fuel for some thunderstorms to develop late in the afternoon, rolling in potentially later on in the evening. Here's where we're heading by afternoon, though. 90 in Waco, 91 in Temple, 93 in Killeen. Keep in mind our normal is 82. We won't touch record levels. It has been as warm as 100 this time of year, but we could see some mid to upper 90s out to the west of 281. So get ready for a very warm Cinco de Mayo with the potential for thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening, some of which may be strong to severe. We'll break down that severe threat and have a look at the timing of this hour by hour coming up.
Josh, thanks. At 6:20, we're back with today's top stories.
And new developments this morning in the Justice Department's probe into classified documents. The New York Times reporting federal prosecutors have issued several new subpoenas. They've also obtained a new witness who worked at Mar-a-Lago. Investigators are trying to figure out if former President Donald Trump tried to hide some documents after the Justice Department issued a subpoena for their return.
4 members of the alt-right militia, the Proud Boys, found guilty of seditious conspiracy. This is for their roles in the January 6th Capitol riots. The charge carries up to 20 years in prison.
And Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas facing new scrutiny this morning. A new report showing a GOP megadonor paid 2 years of private school tuition for one of Thomas's close family members. Now, Thomas failed to disclose those payments. It's the latest revelation into the Supreme Court Justice's questionable business dealings. Lawmakers now pushing for new ethics rules for the High Court.
Mother's Day is right around the corner.
Yeah, don't forget, when we come back, we've got some great ways to save this year to make mom feel all warm and special. Well, a friendly reminder here, Mother's Day is just over a week away, and a popular way to make mom feel special is with flowers.
But that bouquet could actually be pretty pricey. Consumer reporter John Battery shows you how to save on gifts for mom this year so you don't waste your money.
Flowers are among the most popular gifts to give to mom on Mother's Day, but you know that each year they seem to get more expensive. So why not make mom proud by finding a few ways to save on those flowers? We found Tina Spencer picking out a gift for her mom, Catherine.
Oh, for sure. We're already working on some plants now, so yes.
Over the coming days, millions of other shoppers will be buying everything from flower bouquets to hanging baskets.
They can hang it up. They think of you all summer.
To more exotic flowers like orchids.
They can bloom upwards of 6 months at a time.
Here at Benkin Garden Center, owner Lindsay Frafsing says with the high price of arrangements, something mom can plant like tulips or greens may make more sense.
But it is a very long living. They're planted together. It's something that would be nice for somebody.
But beware, smart shopping expert Trey Bodge says some retailers slap a big sale sign on already elevated prices, so shopping for flowers around the holidays can be tricky.
So you should always compare and contrast with a few different vendors.
If you don't mind a few extra steps, Trey says you can save big by picking up flowers at the local grocery or corner store.
You might find something really beautiful that maybe just needs an extra ribbon or needs to be repackaged a little bit.
Buying in-store also saves you from paying costly delivery fees. But if you have to ship, check for coupon codes on sites like Coupon Cabin or Groupon. One last tip, both Trey and Lindsay suggest buying mom a live plant instead of an expensive bouquet. It's cheaper and will last a lot longer.
They rebloom. You're giving an extended gift. It's something that every time it blooms, they think of you and they feel warm and fuzzy inside and know that they've been loved.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
All right, so it may not be flowers, but maybe you can give your mom a Good Morning Texas mug. I think that's a wonderful gift.
Oh, yeah. You can put flowers in it if you're smart.
So creative, Josh. I love that.
We can. Let's see who wins today, though. Congratulations to today's winner, Martin Reyes.
Yay.
Congrats, Martin. We'll let you know how you can pick up one of these Good Morning Texas mugs.
And if you want one too, just go to our website, kxxv.com/contest. Click that mug, give us your email address. We'll throw your name into the hat for our next giveaway coming up here on Monday. And before we get to that, we got a nice, beautiful weekend coming up, right?
For the most part.
Steamy, but beautiful.
Steamy,
You said
beautiful.
steamy.
As long as it's a weekend, it's beautiful. I don't care
This
what
is
the
true.
weather-
Right, because
Right?
either I'm staying in,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping, or I'm out and about.
And regardless of what you're doing here today, as far as that's concerned for your weekend, you're going to have to watch for a couple of thunderstorms. So the afternoons will be nice.
Okay.
It's the late afternoons and the evenings that you'll have to watch for that. And today you're also going to have to deal with some pretty steamy conditions. We're going to see temperatures feel like they're in the triple digits and some spots later on this afternoon. There's a view right now, the Clark Roofing Cam. Downtown Waco, giving you a view at some of the humidity that's out there. It looks a little foggy. That's all the rain we had last night. Lower 70s out there right now, so it's starting off warm. By afternoon, here's where we're heading. Lower 90s should normally be at 82. Be running around 8 to 10 degrees above that and could Could even see temperatures in the mid to upper 90s out west. And it's that warm, steamy air that is going to fuel some thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening. Potential is there for severe weather here across central Texas. This activity will be isolated, could produce hail up to the size of limes, and if it tries to organize into a complex, we'll be looking at that potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Any Cinco de Mayo plans will be all right through the afternoon. It's the late afternoon and the evening we're monitoring for thunderstorms to develop. They may try to make a run at the I-35 corridor for the evening, and then they should get out of here overnight. I am tracking more storm chances on the way, though, not only today, but into Saturday, Sunday, all the way into next week as well. We'll be timing out more of those and have a little bit more here as we go through the rest of this newscast, guys.
Lime-size hail is dangerous, but appropriate for Cinco de Mayo.
There you go.
Margarita.
Oh, wow. Huh? Yes, it works, right? All right, it is now 6:29, and we'll be right back.
Connecting Central Texas. This is Good Morning Texas.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Joey Horta.
And I'm Sharday LeRae. Well, before you step out the door, get dressed for this Friday, because I know a lot of you are probably planning a happy hour after work.
Yeah.
What do you need to grab?
That's right. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, you need to have the umbrella a little handy as we go through the day today. You may see some showers, some thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening. What you're dealing with this morning, though, is some fog. We have visibilities that have dipped below 5 miles in spots, so it looks a little hazy, but none of this too dense. Still, wouldn't hurt to give yourself some extra time on that morning commute. This will burn off. We'll see sunshine try to break out by the middle of the day, and that will really crank the heat up. Temperatures getting close to 90, feeling like 100 with the humidity, and that's what will prime the atmosphere for that potential for strong to severe storms later on this afternoon and into this evening. So go find us on social media, scan that QR code to get the 25 News app so we can keep you updated through the rest of the day. I'll walk you through the timing and the threats these thunderstorms could bring coming up.
Thank you, Josh. New this morning, one person shot during an armed robbery overnight. Temple police tell us 3 suspects barged into a home on Casey Drive just after 2:30 a.m. Officers say they stole electronics from the house. One of the suspects ended up shooting someone who lives there. We don't know how bad their injuries are. There's not a description of the suspects either. If you know anything, call Temple PD.
Also new this morning, Temple police are looking for a suspect after a late night robbery. Police tell us the Circle K gas station on Airport Road got hit just before 11 o'clock last night. Officers say a man went into the store and pulled a gun on the clerk. Now, he got away with cash from the register. Police say he's 5'5", last seen wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and a mask. If you know anything, please call Temple Police or Bell County Crime Stoppers.
6:34 now. If you're looking for a reason to celebrate today's Cinco de Mayo, the celebration of Mexico's independence.
Yeah, and 25 News reporter Nakia Simon is live at La Fiesta. I love saying that, with more on how they're celebrating today. Good morning, Nakia.
Good morning, Sade and Joey. That's correct. It is Cinco de Mayo, and we're starting the festivities early. We're not only celebrating Cinco de Mayo, though. We're celebrating 60 years of La Fiesta being and serving in the Waco community. Joining me this morning is owner Lindsay Castillo. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, like I said, we're starting the festivities. Owner, what are we making today?
We're gonna make a Mexican martini this morling.
What did we start with? Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna start with our tequila.
Ooh, Casamigos, my favorite.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna pour like one shot of that.
One shot of that. Yep.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna get over here to your triple sec. We're
Triple
gonna use some
sec. Okay.
Cointreau this morning.
Perfect. And pour it in.
And then a martini wouldn't be the same without a little brandy. So we're gonna put some brandy in there.
Ooh, a little twist. All right. All right.
And we have La Fiesta's sweet and sour mix.
Oh, you all made this
we make our
special?
own. Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Oh,
So we're gonna do 4 of those.
4. 1, 2, 3. Did I count right?
I think.
Yes,
Maybe one.
perfect.
You're good. Maybe one more.
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
I don't want it too strong, you know what I mean?
All right, good deal. There we go. All right, and so now you're gonna take this and you're gonna pour it into here.
And just as we shake this up, just tell us a little bit about what time I'm gonna pour it in here. Shake it up.
Yeah, shake it up.
Okay, just tell me a little bit about what time you all are opening.
We
happy
open
hour and website.
Yep, we open at 11 today. We'll close at 10. We have happy hour from 3 to 6:30, and we have some other drink specials going on today. And then our website is www.lafiesta.com.
Perfect. We're gonna pour this in here.
Yep. A little slow. There you go. You have a little more. There you go.
All right, Sade and Joey,
Perfect.
the festivities is starting early right here in La Fiesta. It's Cinco de Mayo. Make sure to check them out later on today. And we're reporting in Waco, Nakia Simon, 25 News.
She made it stiff, too.
Yeah, hey, Nakia, don't drink that. You still need your job. You still need your job.
Thanks, Nakia. If you're looking for another fun place to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we got you covered. There's a Brazos Night celebration tonight at 6 in downtown Waco. Live performances, food trucks, all kinds of fun happening at Indian Spring Park tonight. The party goes on until 11. All right, law enforcement bracing for a surge of migrants along the border over the next few days.
In 5 minutes, how the so-called crisis is impacting life right here in Central Texas, hours away from the border.
Tell you that Mexican martini, man, that looks strong. She really made it tough.
That's what I'm saying. I think she put about 5 shots in there.
Yeah, we're ready for Cinco de Mayo, aren't we?
Oh, we're ready, yeah.
One shot for each day of the
There you
month
go.
so far.
Oh,
there you
wow,
go.
there you
We're
go.
just playing catch up.
Just try, drink responsibly, folks. Get an Uber, whatever you need to do to get somebody
Absolutely.
if you're out celebrating tonight.
Of course. But if you are driving out there, commute, kind of soggy.
Yeah, the commute's not too bad. It's just a little kind of humid out there. So no rain on the radar. That's the good news. But we do have some fog that we're dealing with out there this morning. So you're going to have to watch for some of that. You can see some of this fog on the Clark Creek Cam in downtown Waco. The first half of that screen, you can see the fog. Temperatures that are sitting in the 70s out there currently. So it's plenty muggy out there. Radar replay showing you those thunderstorms we were tracking last night. They started out to the west. They moved into Waco Temple Killeen, and then continue pushing off to the east. We're going to watch for a very similar setup as we get into the afternoon today. So those that get the rain, they get a pretty good dose, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Still, some folks can miss out, and it could come down to just where these storms fire later on this afternoon. No issues for that morning commute right now, and I do expect things to stay dry through the middle of the day. So the Cinco de Mayo plans, you may be able to squeeze in the happy hour. You're just going to have to watch for a couple thunderstorms later on this afternoon. It's also going to be quite warm. Temperatures in the lower 90s, but with the humidity, it'll feel like the triple digits as we top out in the low 90s pretty much area wide. Could see some mid to upper 90s out west though. And it's that heat and humidity that is going to combine to spark off some thunderstorms late this afternoon. Severe thunderstorm potential does include most of central Texas here in this isolated category. That means we may see 1, 2, maybe even 3 thunderstorms pop up. Initially, when they pop up, they will be able to produce hail up to the size of limes. And then if they can kind of coalesce into a complex and work towards the east, they could produce some winds getting up to 60 miles per hour. That's kind of the same situation we saw yesterday evening. Let me walk you through time on Future Track. Take the locations with a grain of salt. Focus on the timing of the storms more likely here as we go through the afternoon. We'll watch for thunderstorms to pop off somewhere off to the west. They'll try to work east, and again, if they can stay isolated, we're looking at a hail threat. If they try to form together into a complex, so we could be looking at that wind threat, and it would also allow them to move further east. Here we are at 7 o'clock. Future Track trying to show thunderstorm activity along the I-35 corridor and then pushing it off to the east. There's other models that slow it down, speed it up a bit. Really, no model can really come into agreement right now. So basically, it's just have the umbrella handy and watch for further updates as we go through the day. We'll do it again coming up on Saturday as well with these thunderstorms firing off along the dry line, trying to work in, and even Sunday. Looks like we could have the potential for that as well. We'll keep these little scattered thunderstorm chances in place, not only today, not only through the weekend, but into early next week and through much of next week as well. On into next weekend, temperatures hanging around the mid-80s with these daily thunderstorm chances just continuing.
Alrighty, thank you, Josh. Well, we're just days away from the end of Title 42, and cities like El Paso are expecting an influx of migrants.
The president's sending 1,500 troops to the border. In-depth reporter Nick Bradshaw takes a look at the impact on Central Texas.
With eyes on the U.S.-Mexico border, this video from the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Walk back to me, keep walking.
Showing 2 females from Waco smuggling 6 migrants. Troopers also found a stolen handgun and drugs. We've been up and down border communities several times in the last year.
Good afternoon,
The
everybody.
White House deployed troops to the U.S.-Mexico border. Troops from Fort Hood already there.
It is going to be in the role of performing administrative tasks, data entry, and also warehouse report. It will allow CBP to actually be able to perform their duties.
They don't intend to shut down the cartels. They don't intend to secure the borders.
But Republicans firing back at the Biden administration.
The Biden administration is going to lift Title 42, and here's their great plan. They're going to make it worse.
In December, this was the picture in El Paso. These photos from this week shows a repeat.
So yes, protecting our border and securing our border is essential.
Christopher Miller, former Secretary of Defense of President Donald Trump, believes the border issue is a direct threat. Can it be both? Can it be a humanitarian issue and a national security issue?
Yes, without hesitation. Like I said, this year, I think, what do we got? 120,000 Americans died from these drugs coming in from south of the border, and well, not just south of the border. Let's be clear, a lot of that fentanyl is made in China, and now they've kind of outsourced it to make it in other areas closer to the border.
And while things continue to brew on the border, it's also an issue of human life. Most migrants are searching for a safer place to call home. But drug cartels taking advantage of the issue. Just like these two from Waco, the cartels are hiring Americans to smuggle human life and drugs into the U.S. Nick Bradshaw, 25 News.
Border Patrol says the number of people coming across in Brownsville over the last 2 weeks has grown from 1,000 people to more than 15,000. Well, here's something that'll put a smile on your face as we kick off your Friday.
When we come back, I'll introduce you to this sweet pup on your screen with a name that really stands out. He's ready to go home with you today. It's now 6:45 and you're watching Good Morning Texas.
Hey there, I'm hanging out at the Humane Society of Central Texas, and I'm here with Brooke, and this is Bobble or Bobbles? Is it plural?
It can be whatever you'd like it to be. This is our good boy Bobble. He is one of our boisterous, older puppies. He's about 2 years old, but still has the energy of a young thing. He is as sweet as can be, is a huge play star, loves his dog friends, loves humans to pieces, just wants some belly rubs.
Yes, as soon as I walked in, Bobble rolled over and I was like, I know what you want. I know what you want. Listen. All right, well, tell me what family or maybe just one person would Bobble fit with?
Yeah, Bobble is one of our excellent adoptable boys. I think he would do excellent with just about any type of family or individual household. He is certainly looking to bond. He has this big heart and these sweet golden eyes that just gaze up at you, begging to go home. So I think he is gentle enough for some small kids while also being playful enough for some older kids. So he would be the excellent addition for a family.
Now, if someone was interested in adopting today, possibly, hopefully so, right? What is the requirements that they need to know?
Absolutely. So all you got to do is stop on by the shelter here. We're open 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, depending on our special Sunday hours. You can always check out Facebook for those days. But you come on by. We are open Monday through Friday until 6 p.m., Saturdays till 5 p.m. And just if you specifically would like to meet Bobble, you can come on by, tell our front desk that you would specifically like to meet a Mr. Bobble, and one of our excellent matchmakers will come and introduce you. If he is certainly the boy for you, our paperwork process is only about 15 minutes, and he can go home with you the same day.
And I'm sure Bobble would be super happy to go home today. Now, listen, Bobble apparently loves pink. So if you're looking to adopt Bobble, make sure you bring maybe something pink for him to enjoy, right?
Absolutely agree. He just, it makes him shine. Look at that color contrast.
All right. Well, thanks again. And of course, we'll have all of this information over on our website, kxxv.com.
Well, we're just a day away from King Charles's historic coronation.
We've got the latest on preparations just ahead.
And I'm tracking that potential for thunderstorms this afternoon. Your full forecast is coming up.
Time for a quick check of the weather.
Yeah, how's it feeling out there, Josh?
Yeah, a little humid out there this morning. We are tracking a little bit of fog as well. Visibilities have dropped below a mile in spots. Laying past us now down to a quarter mile, 0.8, so 3/4 of a mile there near San Saba. So need to give yourself some extra time on that morning commute. It should burn off by around 9, 10 o'clock, and then we're left with a warm and muggy one. So while you're dealing with some fog this morning as the bus picks up your kiddos, we'll be dealing with dropping them off in the lower 90s. And the potential for a few thunderstorms. So short sleeve shorts, and go ahead and pack the umbrella if you're heading to school as well. Highs going to be heading towards the lower 90s, maybe even some mid 90s out to the west of I-35. And we're tracking the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon. I'll walk you through the timing and those threats along with your 10-day coming up.
Thank you, Josh. Well, it's now 6:52, and now to today's top stories.
Lawmakers refusing to budge over the debt ceiling. Senate Democrats are criticizing a bill from House Republicans that raises the debt ceiling in exchange for spending cuts. And they say the bill would impact health care and veterans, among others. The president will meet with top leaders next week to discuss the issue.
And new this morning, one person is shot during an armed robbery overnight. Temple police tell us 3 suspects barged into a home on Casey Drive just after 2:30 this morning. Now, officers say they stole electronics from that home. One of the suspects ended up shooting someone who lives there. We don't know how bad their injuries are. There's not a description of the suspects so far. If you know anything, please call Temple PD.
Temple police looking for a suspect after a late night robbery. Police tell us the Circle K gas station on Airport Road got hit just before 11 last night. Officers say the man went inside, pulled a gun on the clerk, got away with cash from the register. If you know anything, call Temple Police or Bell County Crime Stoppers. A live look now at Buckingham Palace in London this morning. Some people have set up tents outside early in order to make sure they get the best view on Saturday. Millions of people from all over the world are expected to show up there lining the streets to see King Charles III get crowned. And look, they've already got bobbleheads of him. It doesn't really look like him. Looks like Bill Clinton to me. But anyway, there's all kinds of stuff you could buy. This morning, our friends across the pond gearing up for a historic celebration, more than 70 years in the making. The coronation of the king drawing in royal super fans. Prince Harry is supposed to be there, but his visit will be short. Security is tight in what could be the largest security operation in British history. They're hoping to keep protesters in check.
It's a show not only for the King's armed forces that he's the head of, but also showing the best of Britain and the Commonwealth on the world stage.
Over 2,000 guests will be inside Westminster Abbey tomorrow. Then Sunday, 4-time Grammy winner Lionel Richie and Katy Perry will be among the star-studded list of artists set to perform. First Lady Jill Biden's there. She's already in London. The president skipping the big event. No American president has ever attended a coronation. The First Lady says it's an honor to represent the U.S. and celebrate our relationship between the two countries. Special coverage coming up bright and early Saturday, 4 to 9 a.m. right here on 25 ABC. What do you think about the bobblehead?
Now that you say, it does look like Bill a little bit.
Right?
It does.
I mean,
is this yours?
No. It was here in the building. I just stole it from someone's desk.
How did this get in here?
Stole it. Wow.
You know, the king sent it over. He wanted us to talk about it.
There you go.
And let everyone know.
We need a Joey Horton bobblehead now.
Oh, boy. I don't know if the world's ready.
I would love that.
All right. Josh, what's up with the weather?
Yeah, we need to be watching for the chance of storms this afternoon. Now, most of the day will be quiet, at least for the middle of the day for sure. The afternoon is when we may have to watch for some of those storms. So if you're planning on that happy hour for Cinco de Mayo, you may have to watch for a couple of storms developing. Also, keep in mind, it's going to be warm, it's going to be muggy, 90, but feeling like 100 later on this afternoon as many of us top out in those lower 90s, maybe some mid-90s out west. We're under the gun for that chance for severe thunderstorms. Hail up to the size of limes, winds to 60 miles per hour. That will be the possibility here as we go through the day. We're going to be monitoring for storms to pop off out west. After 2 o'clock, we'll be seeing if they can work towards the I-35 corridor in the evening. All this activity getting through the overnight. And again, it will be isolated. Not everyone will see it. Those that do, the potential for hail, wind, and heavy rain is there. Those that don't, well, you wait for the next chance. And we've got plenty of them going through the next 10 days. Look at all those rain chances, highs in the 80s and 90s.
All right, thanks for starting your day with us. Good Morning America is up next.
And we'll see you right back here on 25 News Midday. Have a wonderful weekend.